Before we start, let's be very clear about one thing. This video is not financial advice, and it is definitely not a promise of easy money. Now, with that said, here's the real question we're exploring today. Can $50,000 invested in SCHD realistically generate income that competes with a 9-to-5 job over time? In this video, we'll break down how SCHD works, where the income actually comes from, and how this compares to a normal salary path. Let's walk through it step by step. Chapter 1. What SCHD actually is and is not. So first, let's slow down and define what SCHD actually is, because misunderstanding this part causes most of the confusion. SCHD stands for the Schwab US Dividend Equity ETF. An ETF simply means a basket of stocks. In this case, US companies that pay dividends. SCHD does not pick random high-yield stocks. Instead, it follows a rules-based index. Companies must show strong cash flow, consistent dividend payments, and financial stability. If they fail those standards, they are removed. This fund typically holds about 100 US companies, large, established businesses, names people already recognize. Another key detail is cost. SCHD's expense ratio is 0.06%. That means $6 per year for every $10,000 invested. Very low by industry standards. Now, what SCHD is not matters just as much. It is not a savings account. It is not guaranteed income. And it is not designed to make you rich quickly. SCHD is a long-term income tool. Boring by design. And that's exactly the point. Chapter 2. Where the income comes from. Dividend math in plain English. Now let's talk about the income itself. SCHD pays dividends. These are cash payments from the companies it owns. They usually arrive every quarter. Based on recent distributions, SCHD's dividend yield has been roughly in the 3 to 4% range. That number moves. It is not fixed, but we'll use it as a reference point. So here's the simple math. If you invest $50,000, a 3 to 5 to 4% yield produces roughly $1,700 to $2,000 per year in dividends. That's about $425 to $500 per quarter. Now pause here. This is important. That income comes without selling shares and without clocking hours. It shows up whether you worked that week or not. Also, yield is not the full story, because SCHD is not only about today's payout, it's about dividend growth over time. Historically, SCHD's dividends have grown faster than inflation in many periods, not every year, but over longer stretches. So the income stream has two drivers. One is the cash payments themselves. The other is how those payments grow. And that distinction changes everything. Chapter 3. The 2026 Angle. Why this comparison matters now. Now let's connect this to 2026. Why does timing matter here? Because wages and investment income behave very differently. According to US labor data, median wages have grown slowly after inflation. In many years, raises barely kept up with rising costs. Sometimes they didn't. Dividend income works differently. Growth comes from business performance, not hours worked. This matters more now than it did years ago. Job security feels weaker. Layoffs happen fast, and income gaps can appear overnight. Here's the uncomfortable comparison. A job pays you only if you keep showing up. Dividends pay you because you already showed up with capital. By 2026, even modest dividend growth begins to matter, not because it replaces a salary, but because it reduces dependence on one. That's the real shift, It's not about quitting work, it's about lowering financial pressure. And that's why this conversation is happening now. Chapter 4: Scenario Analysis: $50,000 in SCHD versus a typical 9 to 5. Let's put two paths side by side, not to declare a winner, but to understand trade-offs. First, the 9 to 5 path. A typical worker earns a steady paycheck. Raises might be 2 or 3% per year, sometimes less, and income stops the moment work stops. Taxes come out first. Time comes out permanently. And stress is part of the package. Now compare that to $50,000 in SCHD. In year 1, the dividend income is modest, around $1,700 to $2,000 annually. No one is living off that. But something different is happening underneath. Dividends are being paid. And if reinvested, they buy more shares. Those shares produce more dividends. This creates compounding. Slow at first, almost boring. Over time, income growth depends on business results, not promotions. And unlike wages, dividend growth is not capped by a manager's approval. Here's the key difference. A salary grows linearly. Investment income can grow exponentially. That does not mean faster every year. It means less dependent on your time. So no, $50,000 doesn't magically replace a job, but it can start replacing dependence on one. And that distinction is where the real value is. Chapter 5: Why Reinvestment Changes Everything. Now we need to talk about reinvestment, because this is where most people either win or quit. When SCHD pays a dividend, you have two choices. You can spend it, or you can reinvest it. Reinvestment simply means using that cash to buy more shares. No extra effort. Most brokers automate this. At first, the difference feels small. A few dollars here, a few shares there. But over time, something important happens. Your income starts earning income. Each new share produces its own dividends. Those dividends buy more shares, and the cycle continues. This is compounding. It's slow in the early years, almost frustrating. But later, growth no longer depends on new money from you. It depends on time. This is why long-term investors focus less on today's payout and more on how many shares they own. Reinvestment doesn't make the market safer. It doesn't remove risk, but it does tilt the math in your favor. And over long periods, math matters more than motivation. Chapter 6: Risks, Limitations, and What Can Go Wrong. Now let's slow down again, because no investment is perfect. First, market risk. SCHD holds stocks, and stock prices move. There will be years when the value drops, sometimes sharply. If you panic and sell, losses become permanent. Second, dividends are not guaranteed. Companies can cut them, even strong companies. Economic slowdowns make this more likely. SCHD reduces this risk by diversifying, but it cannot eliminate it. Third, inflation. If prices rise faster than dividends grow, purchasing power shrinks. That's why long-term growth matters, not just yield. Fourth, taxes. Dividends in taxable accounts are usually taxed each year. This lowers net income. Tax-advantaged accounts can change that, but rules apply. Finally, time risk. This strategy does not work well if you need fast results. It favors patience and consistency. Here's the honest takeaway. SCHD does not remove uncertainty. It simply replaces some job risk with market risk. And for some people, that trade-off feels better. For others, it doesn't. Understanding that difference is part of investing responsibly. Chapter 7. Practical Takeaways Without Telling People What to Do. So, what should you take from all of this? First, income has sources. Time is one. Capital is another. Second, small numbers early on are not failure. They are normal. Compounding needs time to show itself. Third, consistency matters more than timing. Missing markets hurts more than market dips. Fourth, account structure matters. Taxes change outcomes. So does reinvestment. And finally, expectations matter most. This is not about replacing work instantly. It's about reducing dependence gradually. Understanding the mechanics puts you ahead, even if you decide not to act, because informed decisions are better than emotional ones, every single time. So let's be honest about the title. $50,000 in SCHD doesn't magically beat a 9-to-5. It challenges it over time. One path trades hours for income. The other lets income grow without your presence. Neither is perfect. Both involve risk. But the real question isn't which one is better. It's whether relying on only one is enough. This video wasn't about quitting your job. It was about understanding options. And understanding options is the first step toward control.